How to get into the flow state today without losing track of your work assignments. Have you heard of the flow state? This is when you're performing at your best without pressure, lack of motivation and doubts. It is an experience of total engagement and involvement at whatever you're trying to accomplish. It is a productive state of being that happens on a physical, emotional and intellectual level. If you bring the flow state into your work assignments, you are more likely to enjoy them. Simply, work doesn't seem as work anymore, and I'm pretty sure you have experienced this in the past, but somehow it came to you as an accident. What if you can enter the flow state at any time you want? How is that going to affect your performance? Moreover, you can get more control over this process because I'm going to show you the indicators, and more specifically 7 indicators for entering that particular flow state or productive state of being. Once you know what triggers the flow state, you can reverse engineer those principles and apply them into your everyday life, even at work. Being in a flow state requires certain skills. If you don't have those skills, you're not going to experience it. In order for you to know those particular skills, you need to discover your talents. You need to discover what you're good at. Because if you don't know what you're good at, you're less likely to utilize the amount of satisfaction and fulfillment out of your life and work. So, having that said, here are the 7 indicators for entering the flow state. The first is when you're completely focused at your work for a certain amount of time. If you find yourself engaged at whatever you're doing, you are in a position of producing much better results. If you're distracted all the time, your mind wanders and worries, and when you get distracted by those small productive activities and tasks, you cannot experience the flow state. Second, when you feel excitement. This is when you're outside of your everyday life because of certain challenges. You're out of the monogamous circle and comfort zone, and there's usually no growth unless you're outside of your level of comfort. We all have those thresholds or boundaries of ease and comfort. You need to conquer them in order to reach the productive state of being. Third is when you feel clarity. Knowing the process or whatever needs to be done and how well you're doing when you follow that particular process. Most problems are not obvious. However, if you know how to outline a process to a non-obvious solution, you get clarity. Fourth, you experience sense of possibility. You feel like your skills are adequate to get a job done. If you experience this sense of possibility and actually see the whole picture and how different parts and different things align together, you're very likely to experience and enter the flow state as you take action. Fifth, when you experience serenity. This is when you have this feeling of growth beyond the boundaries of your ego. This is when you don't need to show off or showing how cool you are because you don't need it. If you look for recognition from other people, you're less likely to be in peace and attract those people. And when you achieve this particular state of being, you'll be much more productive. Sixth, timelessness. Hours for you are perceived as minutes. When you really enjoy what you're doing, time passes by so quickly. Now, that's a good thing, unless if you're spending a reasonable amount of time on what's important to you. And the last but not least, number 7, that is the intrinsic motivation. This is when you have a purpose, something that is bigger than yourself. You have this tendency of self-direction to get things going, and you're working with passion to achieve your goals. On the other hand, money, bonuses, points, and rewards are not part of this intrinsic motivation. They're external things, not based on something that is inside yourself. So, those are the 7 indicators when you are at that particular flow state. If you experience even one of those, it is a good sign that you're on the right path. The goal is to experience as many of them as possible. Remember, once you know your inner strengths, you can develop the skills you need to reach higher levels of performance and achieve whatever you desire. If you want to learn more about how to get focused at your work on projects and tasks, visit my blog at doubletimetoday.com/get-focused. That is doubletimetoday.com/get-focused. Also, you may learn more about how to eliminate distractions that are keeping you away from entering the flow state by visiting my blog at doubletimetoday.com/distractions. That is doubletimetoday.com/distractions. I'm Chris Diamond, and I'll see you there.